further evidence that we need to go deep into this cleaning job. I think you can see there the gray, oily mix. Now, if this camera was good enough, you would actually be able to see there's little tiny flakes of metal in there. So what are we looking at? We're looking at the engine side of the expansion valve adapter. So let's go inside. We need to take all that apart. Very fun. So we'll start out, we have to get way back up under here. Expansion valves. Back up underneath this assembly. So which means we have to pull out this box and everything. It's going to be quite a project just because of time. It just takes a lot of time to get all the bolts loose and then wiggle that big plastic air box out of there. It's not like it's actually physically hard, it's like a puzzle where you bust your knuckles on stuff, working in tight spaces. Okay, so right about now it's worth noting that this air box was one of the easiest I've ever taken out. Why? They actually made it like modular, so when you're looking at it, you have the evaporator right here, and if you look, it can slide in to the unit that's under the dash. It sits in there like this. It can slide in and slide out as a unit. This is amazing. Thought I would have about another hour taking this out, but if you can see, the light's bad, but you can see there's the airflow directing box. You got a bunch of doors back in there to direct it from defrost the floor to vent. On this side, you have the modular fan. Fans in there. You have the fresh air inlet for recirculate, and then the door that tilts up if you want it to be fresh air outside. So yeah, I'm thrilled. You can see up there the two lines coming from the engine. So this means this is going to be way easier to disassemble, clean out really well, then put back together. You can see we had a bolt here, we had a bolt up here, a bolt here, a bolt here, and a bolt down here. Let's see, a small screw here. And then the rest of it was just like some little structural things to take out of the way. So I'm thrilled. This is a great system because it actually allowed me to get in there and take it apart in such a short time. So as I took that box out, it dripped a little bit. Here's the drippings. I don't know if you can see, but that looks nasty. This was inside the air conditioning system. I have to get a rag and clean it up. So what we're gonna do next, we're gonna seek to clean this out really well. Of course, here you have the water drain tube, which was working fine. It wasn't leaking on the floor. You have all our electrical, which is just relays and stuff. You have the inlet, which is dirty. Don't worry, we're gonna clean it up. We're gonna try to split this box in half, take off these clips, if they're so inclined to come off. Okay, look guys, if you can't appreciate genius when you see it, I can't help you. So I need to be able to film this area here. I don't have like some fancy phone stand, but I do have one of these. Huh. If that jaw closes about the right amount, I bet the bottom of my phone will sit in it and get the view of me taking that apart just about right. Let's see if it'll work. So as we wait on our clean condenser, you see light through there, very good. We're gonna let it dry. It's also dripping out from here, forming a nice little splotch of dirty oil. This one bolt doesn't want to come out, so I sprayed it with WD-40. We're gonna let it sit. Definitely don't want to break it in the expansion valve, so we're gonna let it sit, and we're gonna go work on other things. As we've seen, it's really pretty easy to get that in and out. So now we'll go and I'll show you how to get to the receiver dryer, filter dryer, whatever you want to call it. So the grill is quite easy. One bolt here, one bolt here. And if you go down, you have a bolt actually back in here. And on the other side, you have a bolt back in there. 4 bolts. Grill will now slide away. Receiver dryer is back here. Remove this screw from the headlight. Headlight will wiggle, but it won't come out. You have nothing holding it on this side. So what's holding it is something on this side. Take out this screw for the corner light, and then you pry. It can be a little hard because this little pokey pin goes into this plastic. It can be really stuck in there. Last one is a 10mm. You remove from there. And the whole headlight can slide forward, up, and out, and it can just sit. If you have a bumper guard, harder to take it all the way out, but you don't have to take it all the way out anyways. Now I can see the dryer. 1, 2 bolts holding the line on. And then you have a bolt down here for the mount. So what we're gonna do, take all those out. I've already loosened them. You guys don't need to see me grunting and straining and busting my knuckles. So, as we get this out, this is a part we replaced last time with a really clean used one. Used because it's the only thing available here in Africa where I'm at. So we have all 3 components that we need to take out and pretty much clean really well, besides the condenser. All right, so I have it ready to come out. You have to remove a screw here. This one goes there. Remove this screw. Remove this one from down here. So this is open. And you're going to remove these 2, which hold this assembly. And then remove this 3rd one. And then there's an up and down brace, which runs through here. Remove that. Remove the horn mounts. And you can just fold it back on upside down to hold it here. Remove this one, which actually bolts through there, but on the back side. Remove this line, which, as you can see, it broke the bolt. That will be real fun to get that out. remove this. It's holding the sensor for the outside air temperature. And then you're ready to jostle and jerk this out. Why I'm being careful, because if I'm replacing this, it doesn't really matter. Now for a look-see. Wow, this looks horrible. You'll notice this cool little roller thing here. That is actually a winter weather. Let me lay it on the ground. So imagine the radiator is right behind this, and it's a winter. You want to help your diesel engine warm up. So just grab this little thing, you pull it down, and it blocks off effectively most of the airflow to the radiator, leaving just a little so that can warm up. That's if you're in a cold weather climate. Obviously here we want it rolled up all the time because it's hot.